So is it possible to recover from obsessive thoughts and compulsions, anxiety, depersonalization, nalization, and depression without medication? So the very first thing I want to do is give a very important disclaimer. Make sure to listen to a doctor, listen to a licensed mental professional. I can't tell you to take meds or to not take meds. That is between you and them. But with that being said, my answer is human beings are born with an innate capacity to downregulate their nervous system. Okay? Doesn't matter how long you've been stuck, because of something called neuroplasticity, which is our brain's ability to reprogram. If we do things that show your body and nervous system that you are safe, you will exit these states of survival and go back into what's called your social engagement system, which is where you feel calm, connected, and normal. And the vast majority of my clients that I work with are not taking anti-anxiety, antidepressant, antipsychotic, or any other type of medication for their symptoms. I definitely do work with a lot of clients who are taking those meds. But you're asking about, is it possible to recover without meds? So let me speak to the vast majority of the clients that I work with that are not taking meds. Yeah, they're beating this every single day. Truly, I continue to be baffled at how resilient people are and how quickly their nervous system responds whenever we start to do things that show their nervous system and body that they are safe. What most people do is they do a bunch of random positive activities. They hit the gym, they do cold plunges, they do sauna, they do positive affirmations, they do Wim Hof breathing, they try to change their diet, they start to think positively and all these things. And none of those things are bad, by the way. And I even teach some of those things to my clients, but those things are not specific enough to deal with the root issue, which is that your body is going into a threat response when there is no threat. Your body is going into fight, flight, freeze, preparing as if there's some sort of lion. And so the solution needs to be congruent with the problem. And if the problem is that your body is preparing for a threat, we need to do things that are specific to communicating safety. And that's also why acceptance is very limited. Distraction is very limited. Trying to outthink the symptoms is very limited. I'm not saying that that may not get you some results because, yeah, when you like invite in symptoms or don't obsess over the symptoms, that's congruent with safety. But what about your body? Your body is a war zone, and you live up here all day just like I used to live up here, and that's your escape. And we have to get you back in your body and make your body your safe place again, and that takes a lot of time. And I think what ends up happening is people usually will try those quick fixes over and over again until they finally realize, you know what, I'm going to have to do the body work. And once you get back in your body, you're going to realize that there's a lot more buildup than you ever realized. But once we can release that tension, adrenaline, emotion from the body, and we can make your body your safe place again, that is whenever you will exit these states of survival, go back into what's called your social engagement system, which is where you will feel calm, connected, and normal for the rest of your life.